Hello friends, and welcome to my crafty space. My name is Crystal, and in today's video I'm going to be working on a foundation page for my brother-in-law and sister-in-law's December daily album that I'm creating for them. Their album is going to be inside of this 3x8 gray linen album that I had purchased from the travel release from Allie Edwards. And today the product that I'm going to be using primarily comes from Feature Craft. This is almost all of the digital elements from the Holiday Happiness kit, which was created by In a Creative Bubble. So before we get to this tag portion, I am actually going to take you over to my computer so I can show you how I created this background paper using the stamp set, which the stamp set right here, you can actually see this Making Spirits Bright with the snowflake in there. So I just isolate the snowflake and create a pattern with that stamp. Then I also created this little portion, which this would have been a 4x6 card, but I actually reduced the size down so I can fit it down here at the bottom. I will stitch it on to create a pocket, and then we will have some tags that will go inside of the pocket holding the details for their family for this year. So we're going to head over to the computer so I can show you how I put these two pieces together, and then we're going to come back, get this all the rest of the way created, and then we will slow down once I have that done so we can close out for the day. So let's go ahead and head over to the computer. All right, friends, so to create today's foundation page, I am going to be using the Holiday Happiness Digitals from the Feature Craft shop. So what I decided to do was to take one of the digital stamps to create my own background paper, which is the snowflake paper you can see here on my screen, and then to use another one of the digital cards to create this bottom portion, which I will be stitching on in the physical form to create a pocket that some tags will go into to hold the story. So let me show you how I created this background paper. So the stamp set from the Holiday Happiness kit included this one that says Making Spirits Bright, and it has this little snowflake pattern on it. So what I did is I opened up the stamp and I went and grabbed my eraser tool. Now I am working within Photoshop Creative Cloud, but I do believe that virtually everything I'm doing today you can also do on the Elements program as well. So with my eraser, I'm going to go ahead and erase this title, Making Spirits Bright. Then I'm also going to erase all of the little polka dots here and any of the little symbols that are in between the arms, or I suppose, of this snowflake. So we're just going to get rid of all those pieces. There we go. Then I went to get my Move tool. So the next thing I needed to do was to create my canvas. So this you can make any size that you're working with. For me, this is going into an album for my sister-in-law and my brother-in-law. For them, I'm working inside of a 3x8 album. So I made my background page 3.875 by 8.25, which would be the size of the page protector. So next I'm going to come over to this stamp set again. I want to copy it and then paste it onto my canvas here. You can size this snowflake as big or as small as you want. I did go ahead and size mine up quite a bit, and then I just moved this into place, copied the shape, and pasted it over and over and over again in order to place these where I wanted them to go here on this canvas. So really it's just, it's a little bit tedious, but it does end up looking really awesome once you get all of the pieces on here. And sometimes it's hard to grab it, but there we go. So that is how I created the background. Now with this background, you can do a couple of different things. Let me go ahead and open up the one that I made just so I can show you here. I want this one. Okay. So from here, you can just print it out on regular printer paper and use this as your background paper. Another thing you could do is go into a silhouette program, which let me close out of this project I was working on here. And there we go. So then we can go ahead and open that up. Let me go to the page here. There's the PNG, which to make this into a cut file, you do want to use a PNG. Then you can come over to the butterfly tool and hit this select trace area, draw a rectangle around the snowflakes here, and you'll see that they all light up yellow, and hit that trace button. Then we can delete this, and I could totally cut this out with my Silhouette to use it as a stencil, which would be really cool. Or you can also save those little snowflake pieces in order to use them as an embellishment. But my idea was that you could print this, or you could cut this out, make it into a stencil, and then put some texture paste or some embellishment mousse or something through it in order to give your background a textured look. I may actually try this just to see, what it looks like if I were to do it. But I thought that that would be a really cool option for that background as well. The only other thing I did here digitally before we're heading over to the table is I took this Holiday Happiness card right here. It's this like red gingham card, and I just cropped that down into a 3.875 inch wide by 2.5 inch tall piece. Then I could take that, print that separate, and that is going to become this little bottom pocket that you see down at the bottom here. Now, both of these things I'm going to print on some matte photo paper just to get the colors as vibrant as possible and as close to the original as possible. And then from here, we're just going to head back over to my craft table so we can put together the tags to make them ready and get the rest of this page assembled. So I will meet you guys back over at the craft table. All right, so now that we've gone through all of the digital portion, the next thing I'm going to do here is work on these tags. So these tags are going to hold a bunch of different information about each of the people in my brother-in-law, sister-in-law's family. So it's my brother-in-law, Alex, my sister-in-law, Caitlin, and their newborn daughter, Mabel. So I'm going to make one tag for each of them, and my plan is to put these through my typewriter in order to add a couple of fields to fill out. I'm thinking name, age, maybe like gift that they're hoping to receive this year, their favorite memory from 2020, and something they're looking forward to for 2021. So something along those lines. Then what I'm going to do is create a title at the top of these cards. I really liked the stamp set that came with this Holiday Happiness kit, and there was one in particular that's just a scripty word, Merry. So I went and got my VersaFine black ink here because of all of the inks that I have, this one embosses the best, even though it's technically not an embossing ink pad. I need to buy one of those because I don't have one. So this is kind of my cheat for that. So I took the Merry stamp, I inked it up with the black, stamped it at the top of the craft paper tag. These I just got from Hobby Lobby a couple years ago. And then I am using white embossing powder on top of the word Merry. You will see me bring over a paintbrush that I have on hand just to help take away some of the powder. And I'm using a coffee filter to help catch all of the powder. That's actually a trick that my friend Tashi taught me, is to have a coffee filter to catch it all, and then you can dump it right back into the little jar. So then I hit that with my heat gun in order to get the powder to melt on there, and now we have the Merry titles, which I think look really great. So now that those titles are on there, I will be able to take them over to my typewriter to add all of those fields to them. I don't do that here in this process video, but I will do that once this video is over and before the day happens, because it is going to be easier to just have that prepped beforehand rather than trying to do everything on the same day. Plus, that helps me know what to ask my sister-in-law question-wise for her to gather all that information for me to fill these out for them. So we've got the 3 tags, and now I need to work on the pocket part. So here are the pieces that we had printed off. I did print these off on matte photo paper, which is my first time printing on matte photo paper. And you guys, it's beautiful. Like, it actually, the colors are awesome on this paper. And it's definitely something I will use in the future if I am printing out cards, because I think it turned out really nice, like better than my normal cardstock. But my normal cardstock is great for all of the other things that I do, like when I'm printing journaling or when what I want to say, or like when I'm building a page or working with paper, folding, that kind of stuff, the cardstock that I get, the Nina bright white cardstock, is great. But the matte photo paper did really awesome for printing out the pattern paper portions. So what I did there is I took that red gingham piece, I put it at the bottom of the 3x8, stitched it with my sewing machine just to make sure that everything stays nice and good on there. Then I hole punched it so I can make sure that everything fits in the holes and in the pockets without interfering. Grabbed over this number 18 that came from a number set from the Kelly Perky black and white kit. I am stringing that on here using some black and white twine. I am going to keep my bow here not super tight because I do want to be able to flip through those tags. So if you tie it all the way down to the hole, it will stop it from being able to flip. Then I have this color cast design little wood piece that says Holly and Jolly. I thought that was super cute. I'm going to trim those up right here and add this into my book. And then that is going to be it for this one. All right, friends, so that is it for this quick and easy page. My plan from here is to take all 3 of these tags over to my typewriter and just add these different fields to fill in by the end of December, things like name, age, thankful for, favorite memory from 2020, and most looking forward to for 2021. So that is going to go underneath the embossed Mary title. And then what I plan to do is when we get to this page, I will have each of them send me their answers for that. And then I will also get one picture of each of them to put on the back. So one of our niece, one of my brother-in-law, and one of my sister-in-law. And then that is going to be it for this page. So it was really quick and easy and kind of a no-nonsense sort of page. I did choose to have it outside of the page protector just so these can be removed and put back into the pocket in order to read through them. All right, so that is going to be it for this video. I hope that you guys enjoyed seeing this little page come together and feel inspired to maybe make some tags for your family to put some information or some different feelings you have on the holiday or on the year for each of the people in your family. I will be back again at the end of this week with another process video for a December daily, what do I want to call this? A December daily foundation page. So I have one more coming on Saturday for you. So I hope to see you guys back here then. Until then, I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I will catch you in the next video. Bye now.